Hello everyone and welcome back to Cities by Steven. You're talking to Steven and welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, please hit that subscribe button, get that bell notification on too, so you don't miss out on a video. Welcome to Cities by Steven. My name is Steven. You may know me from the Skylines 6, but this is the start of a whole new series. This is the series trailer for what is going to be my first City Skylines 2 series. I'm so excited to bring this to you today because we are playing on the map Waterway Pass. This is something that I've been thinking about for a long time. When they first announced the maps and they teased them in one of their videos, I saw this map and I knew exactly what I wanted to build. So why City Skylines 2? Well, I've played City Skylines 1 for a very long time, and I'm so excited to play City Skylines 2 because the game looks absolutely incredible. I really like this. I hope that you come along with me for this wonderful adventure of our first series, because it's not just going to be a typical series because I've never played the game before. I can't claim that I know how to do everything, so we are going to be kind of doing this first series, at least the first half of this series or part of this series, as a let's play / learn to play series. There's a lot of things that I don't know how to do that maybe you know how to do, so let me know in the comment section down below. If you see me doing something wrong, or you know there's something better or a different way to do it, let me know down in the comments, because I'm definitely willing to learn how to play this game because I love City Skylines and I want to play City Skylines 2 for a very long time. So let's take a look at this wonderful map of Waterway Pass and talk about what we are going to be doing. So as I've learned to do the cinematic camera mode for the first time, there we go. So this is Waterway Pass, and why Waterway Pass? Well, I wanted to do a map that had a river running right down the middle of it, so we could do two different themed cities at once. The river is splitting the map in half, and we can do one side as one theme and one side as the other. So I live in the region of Ottawa-Gatineau, which is right on the Ottawa River, that borders Ontario and Quebec. Something that always fascinates me is that Ottawa seems so much different than Gatineau, and Gatineau seems so much different than Ottawa. And why is that? Well, Ottawa is in Ontario, Gatineau is in Quebec, and there are two varying different influences at play on both sides. Ottawa is the capital of Canada, but you know, with the way the city is, a lot of the capital activities happen in Gatineau as well. Government offices are in Gatineau, government offices are in Quebec, so there's an integrated nature to it, but you know, also they're very separate. So this is something that I wanted to play with for a long time in City Skylines 1, but City Skylines 2 gave us the opportunity to do that. So looking at the map, I really like the way the river works through here, but we also have a river right here, and then there's another one right through here. One thing that doesn't match up is the terrain along the exterior of the map. The mountains are a little too tall, but we can get to that in a second. So looking at this kind of area, the starting tile, I love this starting tile. I think it looks so cool and provides us with some very unique opportunities to build kind of the starting areas of two different cities. And what are those two different cities? Well, we are going to be naming the area that we're building, the whole map, as Adawe-Garneau, which is a play on Ottawa-Gatineau. But let's start with the first half of that statement. Adawe. What does Adawe mean? Well, Adawe is the local Algonquin word for the word trade. And why trade? Well, the river system in this area were these super highways for trade in the area for a very long time, up until very recently. So kind of using that local indigenous word for trade, which is used throughout Ottawa as a place name. There's a bridge in across the Rideau River in Ottawa called the Adawe Crossing. So using that word kind of places us in a setting. Now, why Garneau? Well, Garneau is a common Quebec surname, but also the name is used in Gatineau as a road name, but also it is the name of a very famous Canadian astronaut. Now, Garneau is also pretty close to the term Gatineau, and Adawe is close to the name Ottawa. That is, there's some historical connections there. But these are not going to be the names of the first starting towns that we're going to be building up in this starting tile. That is because Ottawa and Gatineau were not the first cities in this area. Those were Bytown and Wrightstown. Wrightstown was in Quebec, Bytown was in Ontario, and they both have different historical contexts, which we can touch on. Now, we also have an awesome logo for this series. Yes, a logo. I made a logo for it. I'm really happy with it. It's pretty cool. It's, got the A and the G and the maple leaf because if you're new to the channel, I build Canadian-themed cities. If you haven't caught on already, I love building Canadian-themed cities because I live in Canada, and I love taking the themes of Canada and translating them into city skylines. These themes are very translatable to other parts of the world, of course, but I like just grounding them in a setting. Throughout this journey that we're going to be building the Adawe-Garneau region, I'm going to be taking some historical cues and use of some historical maps, which I will show you on screen throughout as we build certain aspects of the city. So for example, with the next episode, which will be out tomorrow if you're watching this on the day of, we will be building the city of, or replicating, kind of taking the themes of Wrightstown and Bytown. So we're going to be using some historical maps to take a look at that. Now with that, let's take a quick little peek at a few elements of the map that kind of really draws my attention. We're going to open up the landscaping tool and see that there are some really complex contour lines throughout this whole area. This is going to make for some really cool, complex challenges as we build this whole area. There's this area is so elevated compared to the area over here that I think that poses some unique challenges. But since we're playing with a theme in mind, I'm just letting you know now that I'm going to be taking a lot of leeway with landscaping. I'm going to definitely terraform the heck out of this map to try and get it as close as we can to replicating the Ottawa-Gatineau area, or at least taking themes out of it, because these mountains here are a little too tall and we can't just knock the top off all of them because the border of the map runs right through the middle. But we can do our best to do that, but I genuinely think that this kind of pocket here is very, very cool for this theme. So with that, folks, I'm going to go play City Skylines 2 for the very first time and record episode 1 for you. But I hope you liked this little teaser video. Talk to you tomorrow. Peace out.